That's Cemetery Ridge. That's the long straight part of the Fishhook. And we're about to drive onto what's called Cemetery Hill, the bend in the Fishhook. And then behind you, about a mile and a half behind you, will be Little Round Top. That's where you tie the string on the Fishhook.
I want to see Doubles Down.
Okay, so Culp's Hill, Cemetery Hill, Cemetery Ridge, and Little Round Top. That's the Union battle line on July 2nd and 3rd. Now, of course, Cemetery Hill got its name from the Old Town Cemetery that sits up here on the top of the hill. You can see the older tombstones way over there on the other side. Now, the cemetery right here beside us is the National Cemetery. That's where the soldiers from the Battle of Gettysburg are buried. Okay? So we'll talk about the National Cemetery as we're finishing up the tour. So we got to go out there and shoot the soldiers first before we bury them, right? So let's go out and talk about the battle. And what we're doing is we're going to go right across the middle of the Fishhook. Now, we got to talk a little bit about why the Confederates were in Pennsylvania. Why would Robert E. Lee bring an army of 75,000 men into Pennsylvania during the summer of 1863? What's happening during the Civil War through the first 2 years of the Civil War, all the battles are being fought in the South. And the South is running out of food. By 1863, the daily ration for a Confederate soldier, you guys know what a ration is? What's a ration? Yeah, the amount of food a soldier gets to eat each day. The daily ration for a Confederate soldier in Robert E. Lee's army, which is the command of the Confederate Army, was the equivalent of a quarter pound of meat a day. Now, when I say quarter pound of meat, what's the first thing you think about? No, well, no. Quarter pounder McDonald's, right?
Food.
So can you imagine that's all you get to eat each day? So Lee's got to go looking for food. That's why his Confederate Army...
Oh yeah, I got that right.
...during the summer of 1863. He's trying to find food. Food for his men. The Union Army comes into Pennsylvania looking for the Confederates.
There's a green.
And we want to drive him back into Virginia. Get that Confederate Army out of Pennsylvania. And what happens is, on the morning of July 1st, 1863, these two huge armies just ran into each other here at Gettysburg. The fighting here at Gettysburg, we know, goes on for 3 days. July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And the battle was an accidental meeting. Remember, Confederates were looking for food, Union Armies looking for the Confederates, and again, they ran into each other right here. Now, we're driving down basically the middle of the battlefield on July 2nd and 3rd. If you look over on your right, you see the tree line over there. That's the Confederate battle line on July 2nd and 3rd. And if you look over on your left, you see the large Pennsylvania monument over there with the dome on it. See it back there?
Yeah.
School bus in front of it?
Yeah.
That's Cemetery Ridge. That's the long straight part of the Fishhook. And I think if you look out towards the front of the bus, you can see Little Round Top and Big Round Top way down there in the distance. See the two high hills? So when the Confederates attack on July 2nd and 3rd, and that's what we're going to be talking about here in 2 minutes, this is where they attack across. Confederates will cross the tree line on your right, right across these fields, and attack the Confederates, or the Union Army on the other side. So we're in the middle of the battlefield right now. And what we're going to do is we're going to go down...
Middle of the
battlefield. We're going to get off the bus, we're going to walk down into Devil's Den.
Yes.
And we'll